So good afternoon, everybody. Diolch yn fawr I chi am ymuno pnawn 'ma. So we are recording the session this afternoon. So I'll just give you a bit of overview of what we do as Smart Towns Wales. So I'll just share my screen. So there we go. So we're Trefi Smart Cymru, Smart Towns Wales, and it's a Pan Wales programme, and we cover lots of projects across Wales. So this is the team. So myself, Rhian, Kiki, who's on the right there, she's our project manager, and we've got Holly in the middle there, who's just left us, and we're in the middle of recruiting a new member of staff, and she begins on Monday. So what is a smart town? So a smart town is information or data from different sources like sensors or Wi-Fi systems that's used by decision makers and business owners to run things more efficiently across the town. So the type of information and guidance we can provide for you as a Pan Wales project is expert guidance. We provide workshops, events and networking, including webinars such as this right through the year. And we also share showcasing success stories, and we provide also for towns and communities tools and resources. So we'll stop sharing there. So just wanted to introduce you to Rhia Beeson, who's our guest speaker this afternoon. So thank you, Rhia, for joining us this afternoon. So Rhia Beeson is a business development manager for Miconex, who deliver the town and city gift card programme. So Miconex works with bids, local authorities, chambers of commerce and business associations, anyone that supports businesses in town or cities, and they provide the technology and support for them for implementing their own multi-venue gift card programmes, so they can convert demand and sentiment for local shopping and supporting local businesses into increased local spend. So Miconex has over 200 programmes across 4 regions, the UK, Ireland, Canada and the US, and are experienced and dedicated to working to support local businesses. So welcome, Rhia.
Hi.
The floor is yours.
Great. I'm just going to share my screen here. I'm hoping that you can all see that. Can you?
We can. Great,
wonderful. So Rhian's done a great job of introducing me. As she said, I'm business development manager with Miconex. So yeah, I work with towns and cities really to implement these multi-venue gift card programs with the real aim of driving spend locally, and also with the ability to track that spend, which is really important. In terms of the agenda that I'm going to talk you through today, you know, Rhian's given a good introduction to the company, who we are, who we work with, what we do. You know, what I'll talk about is the fundamentals of the programme and how it works. I'll cover the really significant corporate opportunity, and how, you know, engaging with local businesses and stakeholders can lead to, for example, bulk orders of gift cards, which can then drive significant gift card sales. And then I'll cover our client success programme, or our client growth programme, and how we support our clients to grow their programme. I'll also touch on a sort of case study from a client as well. This has stopped working for some reason. Are you seeing a blank screen there?
Yeah. There we go. Oh,
that works. Okay. I mean, we've sort of covered this slide. I think, you know, we've got over sort of 200 programs across 4 regions. So the UK, working with all countries within the UK, Ireland. We've also expanded recently into Canada and the US. So, you know, really experienced in working with the organisations that we've mentioned, you know, and towns and cities to support local businesses.
Sorry. There we go.
This is just a very small selection of our programmes across the UK, but we work with places of all sizes, including various places in Wales like Swansea, Cardiff, Pontypridd, Merthyr.
Yes.
Pronouncing that name. But each area has their own programme with their own branding, and this is where the gift card can be used in the businesses within their own area. So the spend is completely locked in to their own areas. These are Mastercards. You'll see the Mastercard symbol on your screen there. So, you know, recipients who receive one of these gift cards, they understand how to use them. Really simply, they receive a gift card as a gift. They look to see where they can spend it, and they plan a new trip into the local area to spend it in one of the businesses that's part of it. Now, I'll dig into, as I said, one of our clients' stories and their successes a little bit later on in the webinar, but I'll just talk you through the fundamentals of the programme and sort of how it works. It's really the Mastercard platform that makes this programme really successful and importantly, really easy to implement. So there's no need for businesses to implement any new technology. They don't need to implement any new hardware. What we're doing is using the existing payments infrastructure that's already out there and already in place in businesses, but we're creating this really new desirable product using the Mastercard network to make it work. So we work with you to get all of the businesses in the area registered. It's a really simple one-time registration process, and that allows them and only them to be able to accept the gift card as a payment. It can't be taken to a neighbouring town or city and used. The spend is completely locked into the businesses within your area. Now, you know, it's a local gift card that can offer both, you know, big brands, but also independent businesses. So, you know, it can be used for shopping, for eating out, for pampering or leisure. Maybe, you know, whether that's a small independent coffee shop, a hairdresser's or a cinema. It's really this, we like to call it the unbeatable local choice that makes this product so special and so unique to your area. And it enables you really to sort of showcase the businesses in the community. And you know, it's a really great gift to give and receive as well, because you know you're supporting the local businesses in an area. Now, you know, as with any other gift cards out there, you know, why are people buying these? They're buying them for the expected reasons, like birthdays, you know, maybe end of term teacher gifts, Christmas being a huge area where we see a significant increase in sales over this period. And this is also where you see redemptions happening. So people are spending their gift cards from sort of January to March. So supporting businesses at this usually really quiet period of time, which is really, really important. So, you know, once you have this program set up, you've created a really great consumer product with a variety of businesses able to accept your card. The next step is, you know, how do you sell the gift cards? How do we get the gift cards out into circulation? And this can be done through several routes. So consumers can go online to your own dedicated page on our Town and City gift cards e-commerce platform, and they can purchase the physical gift card or the digital gift card. Now, the physical gift card, you know, as you would imagine, is a physical card. The digital card is sent via email or text message, and the recipient can then add that gift card to their Google, Apple, Samsung wallet on their phone and tap and pay in that way. So we've got two different sort of ways to purchase or receive gift cards. Now, all online orders and fulfillment is taken care of by Miconex, so our clients don't need to worry about any of this. You can also have, you know, in-person sales points that we can set up to allow people to purchase in person. We just try to be really flexible because we know that all sort of places and organizations work differently. So, you know, having options is the best thing to do here. So once you've got this this sort of set up, the really interesting thing is what happens when, next. So what happens when somebody receives a card? They receive a gift card and they're planning a new trip to spend it. So they're looking and they're discovering all the places and all the businesses that they can spend it in. Now, the stat is that about 50% of those people are trying out a business for the first time. This is partly because they have someone else's money to spend, so they're much more likely to take a risk on something new. Another thing that they're doing is on average spending 65% more or over the value that they have on the card, because they're seeing this as sort of free money. So it's really having this direct effect on the amount of money that's going through the tills of local businesses. So, I spoke briefly there about consumer sales and why individuals buy cards for people, like birthdays, etc. But a huge area for growth for gift card sales is with the corporate market or businesses in the local community. Now, we know that a lot of businesses reward and incentivize their staff all year round. I think the stats about 81% of employers are giving their staff non-cash rewards. The rewards and incentives market just keeps growing, and a huge amount of this could be directed locally. So, if you don't have a local gift card in place, a lot of this money, or a large percentage of it, is going to organizations like Amazon, where the money leaves the area. It doesn't support local businesses, employment, the economy. But if you do have a local gift card program, you can take a little piece of this market and drive that money back into local businesses. And that's by really engaging with a diverse range of organizations. And they have very varied use cases as well. It also taps into their corporate social responsibility sort of objectives and goals. As the money is being spent in their community, it's supporting the local economy. And it's a really convincing message and reason for them to make a changeover from the likes of Amazon. And we've got loads of examples of this. We've got a wide range of organisations buying cards for their staff, like lawyers, accountants, engineering firms. We have charities giving gift cards out, allowing people to have dignity when they spend them, because there's no stigma attached to the cards. We have, house builders giving these to new buyers or renters when they move into houses, so they can sort of explore the area. And there are also sort of holiday-let organisations that are using them in gift baskets, again, so they can go out and support local businesses. Ultimately, there are endless examples, but hopefully you can sort of see the opportunity here. I'll put a link. I've got a link at the end of this presentation where you can visit our website, and there's a section on it where you can download a white paper, and this white paper covers sort of industry research and a lot of more information on the sort of use cases of the gift cards, and it's absolutely beyond just gifting or consumer gifting. And once a program like this is in place, people start to see that there are use cases beyond just consumer gifting. Now, I just wanted to highlight one of our clients. This is Sunderland. This is an example of Sunderland Bid's success with their gift card program. Now, they launched their program in 2020, and since then have gone on to deliver £260,000 of local spend, and they've got 190 businesses that are part of their program. A great quote, I think Sharon from the Bid said it best when she said that launching your own town and city gift card is one of the easiest and most cost-effective ways to prove a bid's worth, showing the monetary return on investment for the bid levies. Businesses are very receptive to the idea, as they can physically see money coming in. Now, one of Sunderland's aims when they launched the programme was to support local businesses and to have an effect on reviving their high streets, particularly, you know, post-COVID lockdown. And they did a great job of working alongside stakeholders like Sunderland Council, local traders associations, you know, getting everyone behind the programme, promoting it and talking about it. And this is really key to our programs. You know, you have to talk about them, you have to promote them, but once you do, you absolutely reap the benefits of it being in place. Now they also wanted to support the city as a whole, so they rolled out the programme not just in the city centre but in neighbourhoods and outlying areas, so making them feel more connected and benefiting from the spend too. Now, you know, one of the key challenges or objectives really for Sunderland was that the gift card was accessible and that there was choice for all demographics. So they collaborated with the Bridges shopping centre, so one of the big shopping centres in the area, bringing on nationals from there, setting up in-person sales points. They had both a physical and a digital gift card, so they're really covering a large sort of demographic of the population in terms of, you know, how people want to purchase or give the cards, but you know how they want to sort of how they want to buy them. You know, an older population, for example, like to buy physical cards and they like to do it in person. So it's just sort of covering all those bases. Now, one of the reasons that Sunderland's programme was so successful is because of their corporate sales, and they really engaged and promoted their programme to local employers who were rewarding their staff. And this really enabled strong repeat year-on-year growth. Just one example of this is Ocado, the online sort of supermarket or delivery company. And they're based in Sunderland, but they've placed multiple orders of the gift cards, which now are, I think, have totaled about 47,600 so far. So a huge amount of money that's being spent now in the local community. Just a couple of other examples of how the gift card was used. Sunderland Council used the card to support families in need during the festive period. And some charities used it to distribute funding as well. So again, it's not just about gifting this type of programme. So I think one of the next things to touch on, sorry, these images aren't loading. I'm not really sure why. One of the next things to just touch on is how we prove that the programmes actually work and they're successful. And ultimately, that is just in pure evidence. So we have an online knowledge base, which is used to help our clients see, for example, regular sales reports. We can provide year-on-year updates. We can look at, you know, sales difference like for like over specific weeks or months. We can give really valuable sort of data at a snapshot level, but also sort of work with you to track this over time. Now, you know, for example, if you had like a marketing activity or an event that was happening in your area, you can assign sort of campaign codes maybe to gift cards that were given out during that event and actually track their spend across each individual business per transaction. Another great way to use this data is to go to, you know, the businesses in the area and say to them, you know, over the past 6 months, you've taken X amount of gift card sales because of this programme being in place. So it really just sort of proves its worth. Something else we've really invested in is our client success programme. So we've got a team. They're now actually called the client growth team, but they're essentially dedicated to working with clients to support them in growing their programs. And there are several things that we do to do this. We have LinkedIn groups where we share sort of all of our clients share ideas, maybe some marketing campaigns that they're doing. We have webinars that we do every sort of 6 to 8 weeks where we'll invite sort of guest speakers normally these speakers will be people from the industry, or they will be our clients, and they'll be talking about something that they've done that has that has been particularly successful in growing the sales of their program. Or maybe they might be more informational webinars talking about some sort of new development that we've put in place to support our clients. But we put a lot of focus on our clients' growth, hence why everyone has a dedicated growth manager that works with them to support them in that way. We also have sort of marketing campaigns that Miconex actually put out. We provide assets for various sort of key periods throughout the year. So Mother's Day, Christmas being one of them, teachers' treats. So we've actually provide assets that you can use on all of your channels to promote your program. Don't worry, I'm coming to the end. Just to really summarize the program, I think support for local has never been stronger, and that's with both consumers and organisations. And I generally think this is probably because of COVID has had an effect on that. They understand that they have to, in order for the businesses in their local area to stay open, they have to spend money in them, or they have to support them. And organisations really understand that by sort of choosing local, it enables them to have an active role in the success of their community. And what sort of the Town and City gift card programme does is help to really convert this sentiment into increased local spend. Now, this is a programme that provides measurable support for the business community across various different sectors. It drives spend into the businesses in your area, with I think almost 90% of people making a specific visit to spend their gift card. Something that will affect additional sectors like transport. Maybe people are taking the bus into town to spend their card. One other thing, it's really easy for businesses to take part. They get their money in exactly the same way as they would any debit transaction. And we're really committed to supporting our clients with, as I've said before, with the growth of their programme, so that it keeps growing year on year. You'll see this sort of graph here, but as more and more people buy cards, as corporate or businesses get involved, this is a program that grows year on year, and it keeps growing as well. So thank you very much for listening to me today. I'm not sure if we're opening it up to questions.
Yes. Do you want to stop sharing your screen?
Yeah.
And then thank you for that, Ria. That was fantastic. Great insight. So we've got a handful of people here this afternoon, and we are recording the session, so we will be able to share this with anybody else that's interested. Anybody got a question for Ria on the presentation?
Yeah, me, if possible, please. Sorry, it's Eileen here.
Hi, Eileen.
Hey, sorry, I missed the beginning of the presentation. I literally, if you saw what I was actually looking at, this is amazing. But anyways, I missed the beginning of the presentation. Where would people buy these cards? Are they buying them in the businesses? Or are they just buying them online? Sorry, I missed that bit.
Yeah, so there's a few options. We have with the program, when you set up the program, you'll have your own dedicated page on our e-commerce platform. Now that allows people to go online and either purchase a physical gift card or a digital card that will be sent to them, and they can add it to their Google Apple wallet. We take care of the fulfillment of all of those online orders. We can also work with you to set up sort of highly visible sort of sales points. So some people have these in tourist information centres, or just a local business that's really happy to sell the card. So we can set up in-person locations, and you've obviously got the online option as well. One other thing that comes with the program is something called Load This Card. Now these are envelopes that have blank gift cards in them, and you can put them in strategic places throughout your town. People can pick one up and they can go to loadthiscard.com and actually load it with value themselves. So it's just another way to get gift cards out into circulation. It's kind of like like collect and click rather than click and collect. So we've designed that sort of that the ability for people to do that.
Thank you.
No problem.
Diolch, Elin. Thank you. Anybody else got a question for Amanda?
Yeah, just really around costs for sort of setup and the ongoing costs if a town were to look to set up the scheme.
Yeah, no problem. So we have an annual license fee, which is £9,450 per year. And then the additional cost for the programme would be for the actual physical cards to be produced. So your initial sort of 5,000 cards, now we can look at different numbers, but just to give you an example, for 5,000 cards, including 1,000 load this card envelopes, it's £3,550 for that. So your initial outlay, you're looking at about 13,000 if you get 5,000 cards. What will happen is you might not need, depending on the size of your place, you might not need to do a reorder of cards until, maybe year 3. What we also do is after year 1, we provide a 2% return on sales. So we take that off your annual invoice from year 2. So basically, as the program, as more and more people are buying gift cards, your costs for the program are coming down.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Amanda. Anybody else got a question for Ria?
Oh, sorry. While it's quiet, I've got another one then. Sorry. I was just going to say, in our county, we obviously haven't got organisations like the BID. So, sort of, what are the other examples? Is it in other areas? Are you looking to town councils or those kind of organisations? Because we don't really have chambers of trade either. So.
We work with several local authorities. I think we're probably up to about 50 local authorities that we work with now, across the UK. Another thing that we actually have is in Scotland. We have our Scotland Loves Local programme, and that was something that was put in alongside with support from the Scottish Government, and that was another sort of post-COVID support in line with Scotland's Towns Partnership. So we actually implemented a programme for every of the 32 local authorities in Scotland. But we work with many local authorities across the UK.
So they would do it for us the equivalent of county-wide as opposed to town-wide. Yeah,
I believe so, unless you have some sort of another organisation that looks after your town. So the card can work on the town basis, but also county-wide basis. Okay. Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Any more questions from the floor for Ria? I'm sure we can share your presentation as well with everybody, if that's okay, Ria.
I'll pass on our brochure and various bits of information that you can share around to everyone. No problem. And feel free to get in touch. If you go to our website, it's mi-cnx.com, you can book a meeting with me and download our brochure if you want, if you can't wait. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you. Could you pop that website in the chat so everybody could just make a note of that? That would be great.
Absolutely. Let me just find the chat. Yeah.
Just in case they want to make a note of that.
Fine, I've put it in there, and I'll just throw in my email as well if anyone wants to get in touch directly with me, then feel free. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ria. I hope everybody here has found that very beneficial. And if you've got any more questions to ask us in the future, please send us an email, or you can send Ria some more questions as well. So thank you, Ria, for your time. Diolch I bawb sydd wedi mynychu pnawn 'ma. Thank you everybody for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Diolch, bye-bye.